Today I'm going to take you through a little bit about Crazy Labs, what they're doing in Crazy Labs India, Crazy Hubs, an accelerator program where you can really fast track your career or your studio and make great games, hit games. And we're going to also have a panel discussion with some of our most successful studios from India who've had hit games this year. A little bit about me, I'm Vamil Doshi. I'm also the senior publishing manager at Crazy Labs. I manage the hubs as well. Recently, we've had a hit game from the South Africa hub, which was the President. And currently also, we just finished the hubs in Mumbai and Hyderabad, which I was managing as well. I've also been the publishing manager behind hit games like Desert DIY, Battery Low, and The President. Cool. Just the agenda for today, Crazy Labs intro, this year's hit games, why partner with Crazy Labs, how publishing works at Crazy Labs, and why you should join the Crazy Hubs. So Crazy Labs obviously is one of the top publishers in the world with over 5.6 billion downloads, a monthly active usage of almost 250 million users, and we are working with almost 350 developers all over the world. Crazy Labs essentially is divided into two departments. One is the hyper casual lab, where we essentially make hyper casual games and the hubs. And the other is the casual, where we are also making casual games and working with developers all over the world too. Talking about hit games from India, just this year we've had three big hit games from India, which is Desert DIY, with over 50 million downloads already. Battery Low is currently running at 8 million downloads. And just last month, we've released Lunchbox Ready. And a great story, because this is a game that has come out from the hub, the Hyderabad hub. And it's already reached 10 million downloads in 1 month. So the whole reason why we are showing you this is, your games can also reach this feat, in a very short amount of time. Why do we want to partner with Crazy Labs? I mean, obviously, we are the industry leader in hyper casual. If you are working with us, we have this entire team dedicated to your game success, because we provide close mentorship, we iterate quickly, and you get a lot of feedback, not just from the publishing team, but even from the game designers, the artists, from the creative sides as well. We have a dedicated idea hub. What that essentially means is we also provide you with ideas. So it's not necessary that in hyper casual you have to come up with ideas all the time. We can also provide you with ideas that you can make your prototypes on. And we also believe that CPI is not the only key factor that makes a hit game. Yes, it is one of them, but we also look at day one retention, we also look at playtime. So it's a combination of a lot of metrics. So even if you have had, let's say, for example, a higher CPI, we can still work with that game and try to aim for a higher retention or a higher playtime. We'll always work towards iterating and getting that CPI down. That's essential for a hyper casual release. But as I said, CPI is not the only winning factor for releasing a game. I'll take you a little bit through our publishing process. It's divided into 5 steps. The first stage is the prototype stage. This is where either you or we have come up with an idea and you're working on that prototype. For us, prototype is not 15 levels, 20 levels, 25 levels. As long as the build can be live on Google Play and Apple, I hope they are not here listening to this, but as long as the build can be live on Google Play or Apple, I'm happy. The whole idea here is to make great ads, great creatives, almost 3 to 5 creatives, and we can run a CPI test essentially. If you are more than happy, to take and do more levels that you want to, we can check the retention as well. But in my opinion, it's not the first thing that we want. We want to be able to remove that game quickly and test it in the first 1 week or first 2 weeks itself. Then we move on to the retention stage, where essentially we are trying to get something about 35% day 1 retention and anywhere about 12 to 15% day 3 retention. We can iterate a few times to get that retention, and obviously if I'm a publishing manager or anyone from the publishing team will help you get that retention. Once you've passed retention, we take it to the monetization phase. That's where we test all the ads. So we'll help you with where to place your interstitial ads, your rewarded videos, how to make the banner videos, and essentially how to make money is where the stage comes. And once we feel that the game has potential, is either break even or profitable, we move on to the scale stage where obviously the Crazy Labs user acquisition team comes in all guns blazing, spending a lot of money to get downloads in US first and then obviously worldwide. And once we've hit a certain benchmark, we are ready for the full launch. Now, I'm sure you might be wondering how much time this would take, because it sounds a lot, but games can be released within 6 to 8 weeks from your first prototype stage. Earlier also it can be, but obviously we are testing and testing takes some time. We also understand Google or Apple might take 4 or 5 days to release your game. So taking that into account, all of this is possible within 6 to 8 weeks. Talking about Crazy Hubs is essentially accelerator program where we provide a 4 month hub for you guys to just come and learn from us. You also get paid for it, and that's amazing. You you get you. There are a lot of tutorials, a lot of sessions on art, on Unity, on your game design, on production. We help you and with a lot of feedback, not just from the publishing team, as I said, but we have other people also who come and get involved to give you a lot of feedback for your games. And I'm just going to try and play this video. Sorry. Okay. I think the video is not working. um, but yes, there are about 7 hubs that were running this particular year. And we have just finished a few hubs last month. And we are going to start a new hub very, very soon. So all those guys who are interested, I'll have Nikhil, who's here from Street Lamp, who's also our partner. He'll distribute a barcode for you guys so you can quickly register and join the hubs as well. And as I mentioned earlier, why do you want to join Crazy Hubs? You get mentorship and hands-on training from the best of the people in the world who have been doing hyper casual since a while and have a good track record. You get advanced technical workshops in Unity, be it shaders, be it even programming wise, if we can help you. You work with the teams that are already having successful games. So that's a great benefit to learn from people who are just like you a few years ago or a few months ago, but now have tasted success. So it's a good 4 month program where you will learn a lot, you will test a lot, and obviously we do hope that you make a hit game as well. And there are enough examples for us to tell you that almost every hub has had a successful game in the past 2 years. If you want to ask me any more questions or want to learn more about Crazy Labs, how you can work with us, or you want to learn about Crazy Hubs, or you just want feedback for your game, just visit us at booth number 5. We're just down, and I'm looking forward to talking to all of you all. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. I'm going to now invite our partners. And what I mean by partners is they are also young developers and entrepreneurs just like you all who've had hit games this year. So I'm going to quickly introduce them and call them on stage. And you're going to have a nice, fun panel discussion with them. Firstly, I'd like to call Mario Royston, who's the CEO and co-founder of Wheel, and he's the creator of Desert DIY. Yeah, please bring your own chair. Next, I'd like to call on Rini, whose company is MadLogics and now Tap and Play. He's the creator of Battery Low. Next, Chaitanya, our fresh hub graduate from Hyderabad, Snack and Play Studios, who's just created the Lunchbox Ready hit game, already crossed 10 million downloads in the last 1 month. And next, we want to call Deepak from Street Lamp, who is also our Hyderabad hub partner and also working very, very closely with Crazy Labs since the last 1 year. And hopefully soon enough, you're going to see some hit games coming from this studio. And to moderate this panel, I'm going to obviously invite Firescore, now Crazy Labs head India, the hit maker himself, Surojit. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, Surojit here. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I was the co-founder of Firescore Interactive. We had 3 big hits, all of them with Crazy Labs, and eventually that led to our acquisition by Crazy Labs. Now I work as the head of studio at Crazy Labs India, and we are really excited to actually bring these guys up here because they are the example of what I think every hyper-casual studio needs to start chasing after. And we're going to go into a little bit of detail with everyone on their studio, on their journey, on the games, and on their learnings that they've had over the last few years. So, Mario, I want to start with you.
Yeah.
Dessert DIY, big success, 50 million downloads. It was some journey, from what I understand. And before we get into the game itself, I think it would be nice if everyone learned a little bit about the studio, and what We Load In is all about.
Thank you, Surojit and Crazy Labs, for having us here. We are Vloadin. We are a Chennai-based studio. We work on hyper-casual games. It was founded by me and my friend Dilip Arjun. We both are the co-founders. So I take care of the management part and technical part of the company. And Dilip Arjun take care of the art and design part of the company. So recently, we have like 2 hit games with the Crazy Labs. One is Desert DIY, which was released this year, and in 2020 we launched a game called Rubber Band Cutting, and both the games, Rubber Band Cutting has crossed over like 20 million downloads, and Desert DIY recently it crossed over 50 million downloads. So that's a story about us. And at the initial stages, we started as premium mobile game developers, and then we went into servicing part. We did some multiplayer games. Then from to 2020, we started to focus only on hyper casual, and we made 2 hit games now.
Nice. How big is the team now?
Currently, we are 12 members. During the premium stages, we started as a 2-member studio, but now we expanded to 12.
Nice, nice.
Thank
So Rini, we want to learn a little bit about Mad Logics and your story with Battery Low, and would love for you to give us a little bit of an intro about the studio.
Hi, I'm Rini, CEO and founder of Tap and Play. And we have been working self-employed with me and my friend Akhil Reddy for 2 years. That's where we came up with 2 games. One is Belly Clash. Unfortunately, some reason it came to publishing for all. And then the recent one being a Batty Low. And Tap and Play Studio is an on-rising hyper-casual development studio based in Bengaluru. And we work on some of the innovative and unique games. And I don't know how to say.
That's a good introduction. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm just being new here, so it's kind of frustrating. And so
Cool. Are you now just you plus team with Tap and Play?
yeah, actually, yeah, it's me as a founder, just me, and I have one more person who's a graphic designer who made one of the amazing works in website designing and everything. And currently we're expanding and searching for talents. So if you guys have shared passion, same like I do in hyper casual and want to have fun while working, just not working, just want to enjoy it. So Tap and Play door is always welcome. Thank you.
Nice. All right, moving on to Chaitanya.
Hello.
Chaitanya is the creator of a recent and very big hit game called Lunchbox Ready. I won't do his introduction because I'll let him do it himself. Please, Chaitanya.
Thank you. My name is Chaitanya and founder of Snack Play Studio based on Hyderabad. So currently we are focusing on hyper casual games And also, we started our first indie title this year.
Nice. Chaitanya, there's one important thing you forgot to tell everyone is that you're a solo developer and you work alone and you did the release of Lunchbox Ready pretty much yourself. So,
Yeah. Actually, started as a solo developer, but after the hit, we try to hire new people.
nice. Um, this last man needs no introduction to most of you. Deepak Gurijala from Street Lamp Games. Deepak, please go ahead.
Hi guys, this is Deepak Gurujala, CEO founder of Street Lamp Games. We're based out of Hyderabad, and I'm also Crazy Hub's head in Crazy Hub's Hyderabad head. So we made award-winning games like Bomberic and Keyboards Origins. They are premium games, humongous hits, and I don't have a big hits like these three guys in hyper casual, but I have a couple of small hits. Jeans Pant Maker released with Wahayu, China's biggest hit back then. We sold it. Then we released one PFA with Crazy Labs, which is pole gymnastics. Went well, okay. So yeah, this is pretty much about us.
I think some of the most important work that Deepak is doing with us today is managing the Hyderabad hub. Street Lamp is the Hyderabad hub owner and manager, and Nikhil, who's here in the audience, who gave out the barcodes earlier, he is the one that's in the hub day to day, working with guys like Chaitanya and the other studios who come to work with us and helping out in helping them get their games to launch. So I think that
I'll take this guy's achievement also, like a bit. Lunchbox. We work together, so it's an honor.
Exactly. So Lunchbox is a game that came out from the Hyderabad hub. It's a complete collaboration between three different entities: Crazy Labs, Chaitanya, and of course Street Lamp Games. So it is one of the big stories to come out of the last 6 months, and of course Street Lamp is a big part of all of that. So Mario, coming back to you. Can you tell us why you chose Crazy Labs as your publishing partner? What was it that made you come and work with us?
Okay, so when we started Hyper Casual, we tested with a lot of top publishers, and we had this good connection with the Crazy Labs, the publishing manager Alan. He gave us a lot of feedback on how to improve the Hyper Casuals, and we were making more faster prototypes. And also, when we start to work with multiple publishers, we understood like, okay, the Crazy Labs are a little bit more transparent about the data that they share with us, and they really care about our games. And also, like, it's very, stressless process that we do with the Crazy Labs. So even now with Vamil, we are like very okay. Like we work without any stress, and like we try to improve the KPIs, and the feedbacks that they give will improve the CPI. And so yeah, that's the reason.
Seeing some laughter from some other members of the panel there. But we'll go into a little bit more detail about that. Okay. Rini, what about you?
What's the question?
What made you start working with Crazy Labs in the first place?
Yeah, like I said, when we started, right, we were just two people and started exploring the opportunities. And the main reason was the SDK integration was little difficult for us, as you can see, AdMob and all those things and integration. It was very easy when it comes to Crazy Lab because they provide with a CLK plugin, and it made us to do faster than what we are good at, actually, rather than spending the time what we are not good at. So that was one of the reason. And another one was, I would say, they are one of the nicest people to work with. So they just don't pressure us like you, Vamil. we have done so much worse mistakes, but he still tolerated, and that's the reason we are here. And I'm very thankful for that.
Nice. Chaitanya, what was it that got you into the hubs or working with Crazy Labs?
So before the hubs, I actually worked previously with other publishers, but in 2021, I actually about to quit the hyper casual game. So it was a good opportunity to join the Crazy Hub. So while we in the hub, we made this lunchbox, right? So the amount of support they given to the lunchbox made me think that let's try another game with this publisher again. So I think we'll have one more hit with this publisher again.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope we have a lunchbox too. Deepak,
I got the question. I believe Vamil should be here. I seriously want it. So the question is like, why we are working with Crazy Labs. Till date, from last 4 years, we worked with 25 plus publishers, one of the highest to work with. But last 2 years, working with only one publisher on exclusive deal is Crazy Labs. Because when coming to Crazy Labs, same thing. I thought like, no, I don't know another publisher. After working with them, we'll know what they are. Transparency. So they are the first publishers to introduce dashboards. Before that, they used to send me an Excel sheet, one line. This is your CPI. This is your day one. They can edit it, right? We don't know. That's really one thing. Second point, which I really like in Crazy Labs, is that they look at you as a partner, right? They won't randomly call you like, it's as a service-based company or something. They look at you as a partner and they give you value. And third point is that, they'll give more value to your ideas. In other publishing companies, they'll tell an idea. They will never know your strengths. My strength is ASMR games. Randomly, they'll come and they'll tell me like, make idle game in 2 weeks. This is the best idea in the market. But these guys give you value to your idea, and they'll sit with us. They'll talk with us. They'll give the best ideas out of it. This is the major points which I choose Crazy Labs, and I'm sticking with Crazy Labs, right?
So Deepak, we can start with you. So what is it, can you describe what is it about the relationship that we share that makes you continue to work with us today?
I'm making fun on my publishing manager. What else you want, right? He eats my brain. I mean, same thing goes with him. He'll want like, bro, 10 levels, 5 days. Like, that relation, we are deeply rooted. They'll give you so much value. The value is one thing which we respect. Even if we fail, 2 years, we failed so many games. They never looked us down. Right? I'm proudly saying that like I have highest number of CPI hits, but never had the biggest hit. Still they gave me the value, the partnership value. What else? Right?
And it's not always about hit games. Sometimes if you believe in a studio, a publisher will usually take that chance and fund that studio and help them get to a launch, sometimes no matter how long it takes. But if you have talent, if you have motivation, if you have drive, I think Street Lamp and our relationship is a wonderful example of what we can accomplish together. Because not only are we doing hyper casual and testing games, but we're also running an accelerator. And soon, hopefully, we'll have a lot more. And not just that, Chaitanya's story comes straight from that accelerator as well. So it's now, the chain reaction is building, and slowly we hope to have many more of these successes in the coming months. Now, Chaitanya, you started off working with different publishers, right? And today, you're with us, you're happy. What is it that you like about this relationship that keeps you in it, that keeps you wanting to continue working with us?
I think before I was a solo developer, right? So as I was working as a solo developer, Crazy Labs, I never thought I was a solo developer because Crazy Labs is part of my team. Like, they play the team game, right? So that made me think that this is the right publisher for us.
And you experienced this in the hubs? You experienced this while you were working in the hubs? You felt like we were part of your team and we were not a different company?
Yeah, actually, we interacted with the hub manager more often. So, yeah, definitely yes.
I think Nikhil was very involved in a lot of your work, right?
Yeah, we used to brainstorm a lot.
Nice, nice. And it's not like we are only helping on the publishing and the business and the marketing side of things. Our hub managers, our leads, our technical experts. Nikhil right here is a lead developer of Street Lamp Games. He's worked on a number of games before. He's worked on hit games in the past before. And he's there on a daily basis to help. In Mumbai, we do the same thing, except in Mumbai, our hub runs from the Firescore Crazy Labs India office. So our entire team is in the hub at all times to be able to learn from and to lean on for experience and for help. So it's not, like Chaitanya was saying, it's not just a business relationship. We are trying our best to build deeper relationships so that all of us can have success together. Rini, you have a funny answer for us again? No?
Hope not.
What keeps you working with us today? And how do you feel about that going forward for the next?
The main reason, like I said, even though we were smaller, right, but we tried few different publishers as well. But the main point of it was the response. Like when we give an update of video, right, when we tried a CPI video or something, usually we got 2 days response from the other publishers. That's not what we were looking for. We were just wasted at 2 days. That was really important for us. And when we started working with Crazy Labs and Nir was there and Vamil was there, the response was very instant. And the other thing, like I said, the SDK integration was like angel to us because, like I said, I'm not that into the SDK implementation, so it was really hard for us. And then really nice people to talk with. They just don't give that attitude of, okay, I'm the one who's in charge. So, like for example, Vamil, he never behaved like the in charge or he never approved or something. Whatever worst concept, even we know it's a worst concept, still he approves. So that's really good for him. I was just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I was just making fun. Although if it is not good concept, he'll always tell it's not good concept. But he won't say like it's crap, but it say just do this so that it makes a good thing. So hope it's not funny. So
Clearly, being a publishing manager is a thankless job, and everyone just wants to make fun of you.
it was a it was a joke. He never approved the concept, so don't worry.
Uh, Mario, what's your experience like working with us?
Uh, like I said before, like initially we tried with many publishers. Once we have the hit game Rubber Band Cutting, we started to have some close relationship with all the Crazy Labs members. And what they especially do is like they put an extra care on our game. Even though like we want to try some experiments with the hyper casual, something out of Crazy Labs audience, like they are open to us. So they are always like open to accept new ideas from us, any ideas that would can try and like break a new trend or something like that. So that's the reason I like very much working with Crazy Labs. And yeah, they are the first persons who are like I have so close connections with the publishers in the game industry. So that is one thing.
Nice. I'm really happy to hear that. Really, obviously, all of you have hit games, and the relationship is what drove those hit games to be born, right?
Yes,
so,
yes.
it's a great story. So we can start with you again, Mario. In your experience, what advice would you now give to the studios, the developers, the indies, the guys and girls who want to get into hyper casual? What is your advice to the upcoming studios?
The advice is, like if you're looking for a first hit, like I would say, like just live with the hyper casual games. I would say, like because that's how we achieved our hits. Like we, every time, like when we open your mobile or something, your Instagram feeds or your social media feeds, everything like pops up with the elements of hyper casual and hyper casual games and the top charts and everything. So it was like our day-to-day life playing hyper casual games. So play more hyper casual games and be faster like while you're doing prototype. If you're like making your first games, try more things. Like so once you keep your hands on hyper casual games more, like you will become a pro in it, and then it will be easier for you once you reach the successful KPIs and develop the game.
Would you say that in this stage of your studio's life, are you guys obsessed with hyper casual games in terms of the research you do, the games you play?
Yeah, I would say like I'm obsessed with games in total. And hyper casual is one where we can produce more games in a faster period of time. So yeah, obviously it's making money. So yeah,
Absolutely.
so that's the thing.
All right. Rini, please provide your words of wisdom to the room. What advice would you have for studios and youngsters like you who are looking to make a name for themselves in hyper casual? What worked for you, and what could you share with them that would help them?
First thing I would say is don't get disappointed just because you didn't get the result you hoped for. Like I said, Batilo started with a CPA of 1.1, and even though the retention was 15, but still we had a hope. So that's why we tried, and with the help of all the people, and we were able to achieve what we did today. And the other one I would say is don't stick on the games too much. We had a lot of times where we wasted so many things where we could have invested the same energy in somewhere else. Even though you like the game, you worked for it for 6 months. I know it's hard, but sometimes it's better to let go. And that's what I would say. And another one thing is be faster. Don't take more time on the one prototype because as you can see, the competition is very growing, right? So it's easy to get cloned, and it's better to be safe than, suffer. So that's the one thing.
Nice. Chaitanya, I think on some level, Or maybe you guys are the most inspiring, because of like how early in life you've managed to have a successful product. So I think everyone would really like to hear from you, Chaitanya, on what are your pieces of advice to the industry, to people like you who want that success.
So basically, what I initially thought was, I'll just make a game and release it. I'll make $1 million, but it's not gonna work like that. So there's a misconception that you'll make money initially. So you just need to focus on the product first. Have a proper production plan, and try to communicate with your whatever PM or whatever person you are assigned. So ideate with them, learn what's going on in the market, and try to product faster. Yeah.
Great. Deepak, I think you have years and years of experience
Patience.
outside.
Patience. Right? You'll fail a lot. We failed more than 100 games. Right? So patience is a major key to get the success. Right? Don't feel low. And half of the people might be working with publishers, and half of the people are not working. But don't give up. Patience is one thing. Right? And majorly that's that. I mean, try to one more point for you guys is that try to understand when to kill the game, when to hold the game. I had my hand full of experience on when to leave the game, and try to believe in your gut feel. Sometimes I holded a game for 10 months right now, 9th month it's Monster Makeup, and it's working out right now. Some games it failed terribly, right? So try to understand when to kill your game and be rapid, right? If you make a game more than 2 weeks, done. Someone like in this panel only they'll clone. Who knows, right? They'll clone it. It's easy. It's pretty much easy to copy the game. You're confident on your game, that is different point of view, but it's pretty much easy. Very fast, very rapid. These are my suggestions.
Great. And so in your journey so far, I'm sure there were some things that you thought might never work, but they ended up working. So can you tell us, is there anything like that in your journey where you just didn't expect something?
Same point. I in hyper casual industry never thought holding a game will work. Never thought. I was a person who asked my team to test rapidly, right? So sometimes I went with my gut feel. Second thing is that technically I thought like polished game, high quality game will not work. That happened last year, but this year it's all about that. You need to put more level design, more quality to your game to work out. Back in 2020 and 2019, no one cares damn about level design or anything, right? These are the things we should look at.
Yeah, markets changed,
Markets
and
changed.
markets change very quickly and rapidly. So Chaitanya, same question to you. I'm sure you'll have many answers from your time in the hubs, but is there one thing that you remember that you thought would just never work and it worked?
Actually, I thought I would making games for me in hyper casual won't work anymore, but it worked.
Well said. Well said. It did, and it worked beautifully. Rini?
First thing was I never expected TikTok trend to work. The first game ever we did was a Belly Clash. It's a cringe game, I accept that. But still, we didn't expect in the lightest it would work. But the CPI we got was remarkable. And the second thing was we never knew how frustrated video could work, actually. The failing frustrated video, even though we know the video is simple, stupid. Like, why are you not finishing it? It's just here, right? But yeah, we just tried it, and Vamil gave us an example, and we never believed it. We thought, okay, it might drop little bit 1 cent or something, but it dropped drastically 70%. So my thing is make the people just go crazy, and even though they know it's like there is a fruit, but you don't take it. Just do that, do that. That's how we know it's stupid, but it works. So that was our main thing.
Nice. Mario?
The weirdest experience. Like he said, if you think that something will work for sure, like it won't work. But the things will work the reverse way. For an example, in Desert DIY, The concept is making of sweet deserts, colorful deserts and stuff. But we got like we were near to CPI, but like there was like some more element that needs to bring the CPI down, and we added like a nasty desert, like putting cockroach poop and everything, and we smash it and make a desert to someone, and it really made wonders. So yeah, so the same thing. Like another thing is like in the desert, like when we are increasing the ARPU stages, we implemented the same feature inside the game as a revenge levels, like giving a nasty desert to your ex or your boss or something like that, and it also made a wonderful KPIs.
Nasty desserts. Whoever thought that that would be
Yeah.
the secret sauce? Um,
And yeah, that's a Vamil's idea actually.
Oh, great. So, guys, thank you so much for your time. I
Thank you.
think,
Thank you.
guys, please catch them after the session. You can ask them whatever questions you want on their experiences. I think it's been great working with you guys, and it's going to be another great few years ahead. So, we're really looking forward to it, and we're really excited to be working with all of you, and hopefully with a lot more of you from the audience today. So, I think that wraps up the time we have for our session. The registration for the next round of Crazy Hubs is now open. You can register on the barcode that's been distributed, or you can go to our website, crazylabs.com/crazyhubs, pick the city that you think would suit you best, and register. There are very few slots left. There are very few slots in the first place, 3 in Hyderabad, 3 in Mumbai. Maybe we'll expand that a little bit depending on the studios that are applying, but it's really important that if you are interested in this project of ours, if you want to come and get accelerated and get a hyper casual hit, then you should register, and the next batch will begin in January. So thank you so much everyone for the time, and we're available at booth number 5, so please come and visit us, talk to us. We'll be happy to introduce you to all the work we do and maybe how we could even work together. So thanks everyone, and yeah.
Thank you, guys.